Hi, this is Mon Rasz and you are listening to my Daily Thoughts number 5. Today's reflections are about Firewall, Set 1. Since a weak source of water can grow to a river that can fill up an entire ocean, let's analyze today what the water qualities should be. In other words, how should we think so that our thoughts can become strong and powerful and be acceptable by others? We like to drink pure water, so water should be pure to begin with. My understanding of the word pure implies cleanliness and transparency. How can thoughts be clean and transparent? Maybe the opposites can help us. For clean we have dirty, and for transparent it is obscure. Dirty thoughts? We all understand that, but do we understand it the same way? What dirty is for one might be normal, smart or cool for the other. How can thoughts be dirty? We have thoughts, nobody doubts that, and then at some point evaluation of these thoughts takes place. We give a quality to these thoughts. Try to remember how many times a day you have thoughts that you value as dirty, funny, great idea, immoral, unfit, etc. Once a thought is created, it runs through a mental firewall and gets a flag, a valuation. And this is exactly the point I would like to focus on today, the firewall, or in my words, the foundation of thoughts. Let me explain. This firewall or valuation of thoughts is not something we are born with. You can teach kids anything, even to kill, and they will do so, feel fine and be happy. Education and environment has a huge impact on the developing mind in terms of building that firewall, which is the last instance to decide on what is right and wrong to think or do. But also as grown-ups we are subject to modifications of that firewall, by way of advertisements, media, politics and religion. They're all trying to work on that firewall, your firewall, trying to shape it the way they see fit. But fortunately we are given an analytic mind, a tool that allows us to think about our very thoughts and actions, including that firewall. However, this requires time to do, to sit down, reflect and maybe meditate. Time we are not ready to spend easily, since we are so busy every day going down our endless have-to-do list. How to structure and free up some time in your life might be subject to future daily thoughts. But for now, if you are just taking everything off your list that has to do with distraction, you should be having plenty of time to spend on the more important things in life. Today, let's focus on how we can build a better firewall, the foundation of thoughts. How can we structure it so that our thoughts are pure and transparent? While we have not concluded what pure and transparent, dirty and obscure is, let me throw out two other words: true and logical. Since there is only one truth, and since what is logical cannot be illogical, I would say if we can agree on these two jobs of our firewall to start with, we could save a lot of time to discuss any other possible filters. Let us find out, together, how far we can go with this foundation of thoughts based on truth and logic. Imagine that every thought that comes up in your mind is verified for truth and logic. If a thought, precursor of a possible action, doesn't match for either truth or logic, it is discarded or changed away so it does match. In real life this would work like this: firewall, filter set 1. Starting today, I will always do and speak the truth, always, in every situation. Now that you have set your filter, it's up to you to enforce it. Do you think you're ready for the challenge? You might not know, but it's not that easy to do because it requires mental strength. Otherwise said, you need to have courage to do it. Here are some real-life examples. First, you're talking with a few friends and you are getting bored of the conversation. You say, "I gotta go." What was that? You got to go? Lie number 1, there is no higher priority to tell you you have to leave your friends. You just made that up, so you have a reason to leave. Why are we so afraid to tell the truth? Say to your friends that you love them, but that the conversation doesn't interest you anymore. So if they please would excuse you. If they are real friends, they will understand and maybe start thinking what kind of conversation would have appealed to you. Next, you're talking with a few friends and one tells a lengthy joke that you don't understand because you were distracted. From the gesture of your friends, however, you know roughly when it's time to laugh, so you laugh. You laugh, but if you are truthful yourself, you have to say you're faking it. So why laugh? Because the unwritten group policy requires that? Tell your friends that you lost your concentration and thought about something else, what happens in most cases, and ask him or her kindly to shorten the jokes next time so you can follow through too. And last, your kid asks you if you ever smoked pot. This is a really interesting situation because you probably smoked pot but don't want to tell your son or daughter about that. You could easily lie because you are the higher priority and your kid won't question your response or wouldn't know anyways. So do what? If you want to make the foundation of thought strong and powerful within yourself, you should never deviate from this. Truth must stay truth all the time. Within yourself, within the relationship between you and your family and close friends. Only then you grow and develop yourself. So here's how you can handle the situation. Tell your kid that many years ago you made a big mistake and smoked pot and that you hope that he or she is not doing the same. Or, if you are not ready for that, explain exactly that you are not ready to talk about it just yet, and ask if it's okay with her or him if you tell later. By the way, I will be dedicating at least one daily thoughts about education and how telling the truth all the times can foster the relationship. But back to our examples. You will notice that it requires extraordinary mental strength to always commit to the truth. Our unwritten group and society rules make it so easy to lie, it almost asks for. So run these policies through your firewall too and see if they can take the heat. Let me add this. While you ponder about these examples, please keep in mind that there are different ways to express words or do actions. What can help you walk the way of truth without offending others too much, who have not thought about their own firewall yet? The ultimate goal of all this is to find a set of firewall rules that we as a group or society can commonly accept, so that we truly understand each other with our actions and feelings. The only way for me to start this is by finding and accepting the truth and walking the way of truth all the time. In the next daily thoughts I will be talking about firewall filter set number 2, logic. For today I thank you for your time. May the higher spirit help us evolve. Until the next daily thoughts, yours truly, Mon Rasz. And today's post-lectum is: you know, when you are in a roller coaster, you are afraid and experiencing the strange feelings going through your body as soon as it's going down. While this is fun to do, it also can be used to test your mental abilities. Next time you take a ride, create the following mental set. Before the run, you picture: I'm a test pilot, nothing can impress me anymore. As a matter of fact, I think this coaster is a lame duck. I hope it will come up to speed quickly, so I'm not getting bored. And when it starts going down, you think, this is not going fast enough. I want and need more speed to get me excited. When the strange feelings starting to disappear, you know you are well in control of yourself. Disclaimer: it might take a few runs to practice. If you want more of what causes you fear, the fear starts to disappear.